So I'd like to show you all my really basic but somewhat competent completely troll PvP build. So it's a double great sword with a berserker amulet. I took the relic of Ceres for a little bit of boon corrupt. Sometimes when I'm in PvP, there's other players have a lot of boons, and this can kind of turn it against them. It's difficult to use because you have to be somewhat close when you use it, and they have to be dumb enough to go through the red rotating beam. But hey, sometimes it still helps, and it helps because I don't have a lot of that on hand. And then I usually use Rune of the Traveler because I usually play structured PvP and capping matters. So the extra 25% constant movement speed is useful. Having a little bit of extra toughness is a tiny bit of extra survivability, giving up some damage. It's still mostly a glass cannon build. And then double GS. And then my runes on both weapons is cleansing and sigil of energy. So anytime I swap my weapon, I'm going to lose a Condi, and that's because it doesn't have a ton of Condi clear. And now I'm going to show the rest of my stuff. I think it's here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, here it is. It's this guy right here. Okay, so. Dueling. Phantasms have Fury, gives you more burst damage on your Berserker. This is just because there's not really any other good... I guess I could do Shatter, Fix Blind. That could be useful in some scenarios. This used to be more useful because it used to be a Reflect, and it's been changed recently. And then Superiority Complex gives you some extra burst damage. And then, because we don't have a lot of Boon Corrupt, I don't like using Vicious Expression. It's an option. I use Mental Anguish because, you know, it basically lets you do a ton of damage when you shatter. It's hard to time your shatters because it heavily uses Infinite Horizon, but it's still a nice finishing move. A bit risky, but it works. And then Bountiful Blades, obviously we're double GS. That's just a no-brainer. And then for the first row, Renewing Oasis, I use that because it's a little bit more Condi mitigation. We don't have a ton of it, but it's kind of spread around. And then I also use this one. It's not Alacrity in the actual PvP mode. It's a little bit of extra damage instead. And I just like it more than Phantom Pain because I feel like it's harder to get consistent shatters out when you're PvPing. So this is a little bit more sustained damage if you are constantly using your ambush, and that's kind of the whole point of the build. And so basically, you have a lot of burst where you can just immediately summon 2 Mirages and then dodge or Illusory Ambush. And you're immediately going to do your ambush attack. And the ambush attack for Greatsword is Split Surge, and it's pretty insanely strong. Like, it chains between targets. And so basically this is a power DPS glass cannon build, and it allows you to chain massive amounts of damage into groups, and it's especially deadly during group fights if you're not focused. And that's the big that's the big asterisk. I've played tournaments. I've placed second in tournaments with just pugs before. I'm not an amazing PvPer, I don't believe, but I know that I was holding my own if I got that far, and we were against like double support cancer builds, so like that were more coordinated. So I feel like I did pretty good as far as what I'm going for here as a semi-lazy gamer dad, but trying to be somewhat competent. And so yeah, that's my build, and I'll go ahead and queue here. And I'm going to see if there's any other comments that I have on this. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll have things to say. But you have a few Condi clears. You have Jaunt. You have Ether Feast. It takes a second for it to go off, but you'll lose Condis if you're able to cast it. Sometimes it doesn't go off depending on how quickly you die. A lot of it is about trying not to die, which I'm not always great at, but Mirage Cloak definitely helps. And then you get an extra one from Illusory Ambush. And then you also have some teleports too. So you're trying to be slippery and randomly invulnerable. and sometimes that works. I usually get the most trouble from Guardians and other mesmers, usually using a spear. And usually when I die to the spear mesmers, it's because it's when they do spear 2, and I'm on the outer ring, and I basically get one shot, which I think the mesmer spear is so cheesy. But I am better at playing this anyway because it's a ranged build. And I tend to do better at range than I do in melee. Oh, and I want to show my match history here in a little bit. Jeez, why is my brain not working? So, the last few days I've been doing some placement matches, so I won my first one, lost my next one, and then I've won twice in a row. So I'm 1 of 4 for victories. We'll see if this turns me into something closer to 50-50. My last match was kind of close, so I'm not expecting to win, but I'll just go ahead and show it off anyway. And, you saw my win rate. You know that I'm trying. You know that at least, even if I lose this, I'm above 50%. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so... I don't like wearing my PvP legendary wings because I feel like it's like a kick me sign. I don't know. I feel like it's too much bragging. I don't know what we're fighting against here. What's going on here? And there we go. That actually worked pretty well. Assuming this guy doesn't completely pwn us.
Reinforcements requested. You'll see things.
So it's really effective. If I hadn't have handled the initial entry well, I would have died. Something that happens to me, I think, on this build is because the damage output is so high. I think some people are watching those numbers. I think you can look at them by looking at... or not, I don't know. But I think some people are somehow tracking damage numbers and they notice that I do a lot of damage, and then I get focus fired. And I get punished severely for playing overly aggressive. Okay, so they're stealthy. And so I think the idea here is to just kind of be as invisible as possible. Okay, it looks like they're going after my teammate. It looks like he's gonna die. There we go. It's easy. That's game. So this is my troll PvP build. Circers, Mirage Cloak, dodging. You're basically 1-1-1-1-1 and dodge. So I imagine you could do some similar cancer with Daredevil. And the thing that I like about it is by not having too many combinations of interactions between my attacks, like, it's a lot easier for me to reason about. It's easier for me to play as someone who kind of just phases in and out of PvP. And I'm actually surprised that, unless I die 3 times in a row, knock knock, that I might actually get, 3 wins in a row in a ranked match mode, which is pretty incredible for me anyway. I usually end up somewhere around gold, but sometimes the match quality just gets really bad for me, and then things just don't go well. Okay, I just know that they're going to engage in some weird way here.
You'll see the thing swirl like sand.
Yep, and I think they know that I'm the cancer, so they're going for me. Hopefully my team is able to punish them. Hopefully they overstretched on their cooldowns or something. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, my team just got their mez, so there is hope. There is hope. Oh. And punish. No, don't let him res. Don't let him res. Punish, 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 punish. There we go. There we go. Oh, shit. This might work. This might work. Because he's in there. He needs Shroud. Oh, no, no, no. This is really, really close. No. They're screwed. They're going to lose. So there you go. There you see it. I don't think we're going to make it. We'll see. If this guy can take out that guy, there is a hope. We'll see. No, there's no way. The Mesmer and the other guy are alive. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hide behind this rock or something, because it's obvious that they focused me. They know they want me. Like, they went straight all in on me. They know that I am the cancer. Wait, this guy I think is also running. He's a Cormez, though. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Swirl like sand.
Would serve me well.
I'm either here or there. Help me strike true.
Okay. There it goes. I was able to invuln enough at first to survive all the initial bursts. If I got through the initial burst, it's over for them. It's over. Ha ha ha!
I feel fury. Ready for more.
So I held off in the beginning there because I knew they were going to come for me. And there you saw me just do a massive shatter on them because, you know, I could. And it's a lot of damage, and it didn't matter if my clones died if they went down. So yeah, that is my completely cheese gamer dad build that is so annoying. And now I am 4 of 5 matches a winner in pure brawling. And hope it serves you well. Have a great day. See you around. If you think this is useful, please like and subscribe.